This is the Great Legend, and I am coming at you live with Comic Book Friday for August 9th, 2013. Fans, it is so good to be here on Comic Book Friday. Comic Book Friday is the best time of the week. You got your Mondays, you got your Tuesdays. Wednesdays are pretty good, or so Roger says. You got Thursdays, and then you got Fridays, the best time of the week. Better than Christmas, better than holidays. It's the best day of the week. Besides Wednesday, of course, right, Roger? So special props to Roger69501 for always putting up great videos, reviews, insightful stuff on what he thinks about the storylines of some of his favorite comics, and just for those awesome 90s covers he gets to show us. So special shout out to my buddy Roger69501. You can find him here on youtube.com/Roger69501, or look at the comments below, find his name, click on it, and subscribe to him. He's a great guy. Okay, on to Comic Book Friday. Now you're going to notice it's a little daytime here. It's not like totally live, so I'm not going to get to answer comments tonight. But real quick, I want to just talk a little bit about the happenings in the comic book community this week, spawned off by a video by my good buddy Tim, aka Howlermouse, youtube.com/Howlermouse. And right now, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you some quick things. This video today, Comic Book Friday, August 9th, 2013, I'm dedicating this video to Tim, my good buddy. I look up to Tim like an older brother. He's so insightful. He watches out for everyone in the comic book community, and he's just an awesome guy, and I love him like an older brother. Just an awesome guy, and I can't say enough about the good things that I see in Tim and all he's brought to the table, all he's done for this comic book community, and all the love and the passion that he has shared for comics, comic book collecting, movies, TV, film, gaming, and pop culture. Just one of the best guys here in the comic book community, and love him dearly. And he's taking a quick little break, a little sabbatical, and he's going to be right back, coming at you live from his house on his couch, because he is Howlermouse. So, one thing that's been going on for me, and then on Comic Book Friday, Doc and Hallett, aka Chris, he's holding the Comic Book Lotto 2013, the second annual Comic Book Lotto. It's been going on from July and in this August, and it's going to go through this month, and then he'll have a big drawing. And what you do is you go to his channel, you find the video, you donate $5 to his PayPal account. That's going to get you one entry in the Comic Book Lotto. And then at the end, he'll have a live show, like a live drawing show. He'll go through all the guys, and normally he pulls cards of people while he's showing some of his favorite books, and then the last card, whoever that person is going to win that big lump sum of money. And then together, you and Chris will get together, and you'll just tell him what you want, and then he'll make those purchases for you. That way you're not spending all the lump sum of money on booze or things of that nature. And what I've been doing here, I was last year's winner, and I only gave $10. I did 2 entries, and there was over $100 in that pot, and I actually won. So I got a lot of cool commandees. I got some Ben Grimm Thing books, and just so much great stuff. And it's just an awesome way for Chris to kind of bring the community in, give back to the community, and show the world what a great community we have here in our YouTube comic book community. And what I've been doing to give back, I originally was going to do $25, but now I'm doing a total of $50. I'll have on the live shows, I'll have some trivia for the comment section. And what we do is I'll ask a question that pertains to the comic book community or comic books in general, and then whoever gets the answer right, I put their name once into the Comic Book Lotto drawing on behalf of the Great Legend. But say, Audrey was the first winner of the first 2. She got 2 Fantastic Four related questions right when she watched Coos Crusader, the Mr. Fix-It Smash, and Curse of Man. They watched Comic Hall Wednesday, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern on Wednesday night live show. And they watched that show, and the questions came from that show. So that was very cool. So Audrey was the first two. She has the first two winning entries. Her husband Craig has the third winning entry. And Lavernius James, who has a brand new channel here on YouTube, is the fourth winning entry. And Lavernius James, I'm hoping you're watching this because I totally forgot your comic book channel's name. But if you please post a comment saying, I'm Lavernius James. But, you know, I'm going to give you more shout-outs in weeks to come, Lavernius, because I just, all of a sudden, I forgot your name, but you already have an awesome video up of some of your trade paperbacks and hardcovers. Actually, you know what I can do? I can check that out right now while I'm running my mouth about my comic book lotto and some of the other cool stuff I'm doing to support Doc and Halleck's comic book lotto for 2013. Like I said, I'm giving back to the community by donating a total of $50 to the cause of the comic book lottery 2013. And that's not just to get kudos or to throw it out there or whatnot. I truly love Chris and all he's done for the comic book community, and I love all that he brings to the table. And you know what? Okay, can't remember my password to get logged into this stuff. So yeah, so today, since this isn't a live show, I'm actually going to have plans for the 5th entry, and then in this month I'll have 5 more entries, 5 more ways that you can get in on the Comic Book Lotto 2013. Just remember that you need to be a subscriber of Doc and Hallett, and you need to have some comic book videos posted up, okay? That's what you need to do. Let me go into my subscriptions and see if I can find him. If the name comes to me. Let's see. I don't want to spend too much time looking. Still looking, fans. Oh man, I wish I could just remember that. I'm subscribed to over like maybe 300 people. So it really starts to get... I'm sorry, fans, I couldn't find it. So, Lavernius James, please forgive me. I just couldn't find it. But tonight, what we're going to do for the 5th entry into Comic Book Lotto 2013, on behalf of the Great Legend Show, Tim, a.k.a. Howler Mouse, you're getting the 5th entry into that Doc and Hallett's Comic Book Lotto 2013. Actually, you're getting the 6th entry because Hitman Von Doom actually got last week's entry. So you're getting the 6th entry. That means, fans, sorry, 4 more entries left on behalf of the Great Legend Show that will enter you into Comic Book Lotto 2013. But tonight, Tim Howlermouse is getting an automatic entry. Now, a lot of you out there will be like, well, he didn't answer a trivia question. Well, let me tell you what. He's actually answered probably about over 500 questions that I've had personally about comic books, writers, authors, different pop culture movies, things of that nature, because I've learned so much from watching Tim Howlermouse's videos. He's getting that 6th entry on behalf of the Great Legend Show. And also, Howlermouse is going to be receiving these right here. These are the 2013 Green Lantern reissued Blackest Night promotional rings, all sealed in individual bags. You got Green Lantern Hal Jordan. You got my favorite, Yellow Lantern Sinestro. You got Guy Gardner, Red Lantern. You got black. There's white in here. You even got King Joe's favorite, the Larfleeze Agent Orange ring. So he's got all the colors: orange, purple, white, black, indigo, blue, magenta, red, yellow, and green. Howlermouse, I'm going to be mailing these out to you, my friend. And you're going to be getting these in the mail, the 2013 promotional ring set. Because I love Howlermouse. and he loves the community. In his latest video, his last video, before he took his little vacation, he was talking about, what was he talking about? Real geeks, fake geeks, stuff like that. I don't really have to rehash, because if you're a video watcher, you've seen a ton of topic videos about the subject, and each and every one of those topic videos have been excellent. Of course, the guy that first brought it up that Howler Mouse watched was Mao 000001 from the UK. Old Mark, I think. Yeah, Mark. I'm sorry, because there's so many Marks, and they all live in the UK. But Mao had a good deal where he was talking about it on one of his Excalibur Brits channels or shows, and then Howler talked about it a little bit in detail on what he thought and his thoughts about everything. And he actually pinpointed 2 YouTube channels, which I actually watched those YouTube channels, and I 100% agree with Howler Mouse on those 2 YouTube channels. You can tell that those channels, and a lot of you won't even really know, or probably even visited those channels, that you can kind of tell there's some fakeness there. Like maybe they're just liking it to like it, which is fine. You know, it's great, man. Maybe, hopefully, like he said, hopefully those people will actually start loving it, like actually feeling inside the heart for the passion. Not just to do, but to feel inside. You know what I mean? Not just to like, oh, look at me, I got a Batman shirt on. But no, to actually know that Batman's first appearance was Detective Comics 27. To love Batman that much that not only are they a big fan of George Clooney and Arnold Schwarzenegger, that awesome movie they did, but to go back and research, to go beyond Wikipedia, find other people that like the same thing. Get in with this community. We got a ton of new readers, excellent, young, opinionated. They're not Generation X like me. I guess they'd be Generation Y. And not just the letter Y, but WHY, like why this, why that. And what's cool about them is they speak their mind. If you've ever watched 4 Guys, 1 Live show, you watch Frank Comic Noob, he's going to tell you if he likes something or dislikes something. And it's pretty damn funny. It can get a little too much for me, because, you know, like, I can only take that F word so much, but it is kind of funny. I'm going to give it to him there. I do like watching. Frank's probably one of the funniest characters on that show. And I always give Frank a hard time, but he's so cool and nice. He knows I'm messing with him. But so I'm always going to drop Frank Comic Nude's name. But anyway, so yeah. And I've seen How Deep 02. Excellent video. And he brought up the point that also Howler brought up about basketball players wearing glasses, like geeky glasses with no lenses. Now, I don't care what anyone thinks. This is my opinion. I think that's stupid. Okay, and I actually made a mistake. I said James Worthy wore glasses. I'm sure he did. But the only other 2 Lakers I knew that wore glasses was Kurt Rambis and George Mikan from the Minneapolis Lakers. And actually, James Worthy played on the Lakers, too. So that goes to show that I'm just not a comic book guy. I love NBA. I love NBA history. I love basketball history. I love NFL. So I do love some sports. I played sports. Great basketball player. I know I could still beat my brother to this day just on jump shots alone, fadeaways, whatever. I just toot my own horn. I'm just letting you know that I know how to ball, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, that was a great video. I saw Running with Comics, Scott, do a great video. I saw Greco Fabulous do a video only Greco Fabulous can do. Really good video. I saw one of my favorite videos. Actually, I have 3 favorite videos. Actually, this is 4 besides the Howler Mouse video. But these 3 names, I'm going to drop these 3. Oh, 4 videos. I loved Mr. CDC Amp. Loved his video. Excellent, 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 excellent video. I just see the passion in him. He don't have to no one's got to question him, authenticity or nothing. Because if you watch CDC Amp, you're going to see that passion. But another 3 I'm bringing up is Wellington, aka Comic Book Lowdown. I love Wellington's videos. I love his videos with my own passion. What can I say about the Oddfellow? Oddfellow's Thoughts. I love his videos because in his time that he was growing up, to be a geek, you had to watch your back. And you even have bruises and scratches to prove it. And I love that man. Travis, one of the guys I look up to like Howler Mouse. And the last but not least, one of the best comic book reviewers, top 5 comic book reviewers, solo reviews, Comic Uno, aka Cat, Hayden Claire's Collectibles. Comic Uno. You just type in Comic Uno, you'll find her. Excellent. I can't say enough about this gal. She is excellent, and I've told her this on numerous occasions, that she is phenomenal. She's above her time, or she's more mature for her time. You know what? I don't know if you really understand that, but she's high up there. What I'm going to do with this show, that's just my little thoughts on the geekdom thing, and I know it's YouTube Geek Week, so this is a great week for like people all around the world who aren't even really like nerds, geeks, whatever. I don't really even like those words because I just love to read comics and I love watching movies and collecting movies and things, and Mr. Fix-It Smash and Coos Crusader and King Joe and Craig, especially Craig, he has a lot of toys. Audrey and Craig's brother Brad, and they've kind of gotten me into collecting more than just say comics and movies and stuff, but I'm actually collecting some figures and some statues and things. Like I'm kind of going outside my just comic books and things like that, but kind of getting some memorabilia, stuff like that, which is really cool. And I know Cami, Reader 1717, John DaCosta, Greco Fabulous, all these other folks that I love, they collect vintage toys. Now, what's funny is I remember buying these toys, and man, I had He-Man. My brother had the Castle Grayskull. We had He-Man, Skeletor. We had that Panther that Skeletor rode. We had I had Battle Cat. That Cyclone guy, he was blue with a yellow little deal. He spinned. The battering ram guy, I hid him at Ben Franklin Craft Store. Hid him behind some sorry board games. Went on the weekend, picked him up, had my $2 allowance. I think back then they were like $1.99 a figure. Or maybe was it $3.99, but I got $2 per week. So on 2 weeks I had $4 I could buy me a new figure. Those original Ninja Turtles, had them all. I was a huge fan of that show. 77, I guess that show came out maybe 87. I was like 10. I had a lot of that stuff, but you know, I got rid of it. You know, I outgrew it. And it's funny and it's cool at the same time to see my age group and younger go back and collect that stuff. Actually, we're probably all around the same age, 30 to 35. But it's really cool to get the younger ones to try to get the vintage toys, because some of the younger ones may have not even been born yet. So that's really cool. I actually had all the first 5 Power Ranger figures too, with the flip heads. I bought them for my younger, actually I bought them for my younger brother, but I had them. I bought them for him. I should have left them all in the box. It was the Green Ranger, Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, Yellow Ranger, Pink Ranger, Black Ranger, and their heads flipped. So when you, I think, did the legs together, the thing, their belly here and their back here would open and their head would flip to where their mask was on. I thought that was pretty cool. What I'm going to show you today, I didn't get my books today. I'm sorry this is kind of dragging. This may be a long video, but it's not totally really live, so I'm not taking questions at the moment. But I have some comic books to show you from last week that I picked up, and some that I read last week that were from the previous week that I'm going to do a review on. And I'm going to go ahead and start with some of those books right here. I'm going to show you some trade paperbacks, hardback, and if you stick around long enough, I may even show you some Funko Pop, a statue, and some Kotobukiya statues. Okay, so we're going to show you a lot today. Let's get right with this. I read this issue last week, or maybe it was this week, I don't really remember, but it's Aquaman 22, Prisoners of the Dead King. We're in the kind of Dead King storyline where the first king of Atlantis is awoken from his icy chamber to find Aquaman that's looking for Mera, because Mera went out to find her people, which the king had frozen, and Mera found her, supposedly was her to-be husband, and her people, and they ran into Ice King. Ice King pretty much froze all of those folks and waited for Aquaman to get there, and he told Aquaman that he was this Dead King was the rightful king of Atlantis. At the same time, you have other storylines going on as well. Some of the others, I think, and maybe not so the others, but some of the Atlantean are trying to break out Orm out of the prison, and some of the Atlanteans are trying to get the Atlantean weaponry back from the Scavenger. So you got a lot of different stuff going on in this issue, but the main stuff is encounters with this Dead King. So I'm loving this storyline. Aquaman 22, Jeff Johns, which is phenomenal, one of my favorite writers. We have Paul Pelletier on the arts, and I don't really know my artists that well, but the art is great in Aquaman. So highly recommend Aquaman as a series. I love it. It's New 52 bliss. Go with it. Enjoy it. Just read it. Have fun. Collect what you like. Love what you collect. To quote my good friend Hans. No, Hippie's Collectibles. Hans quotes this. Here's Hans. Whoa, hello there. That's what he does. I like Hans, but Hans has a lot of stuff too. I'm live right now. Okay, that was my wife coming in, always just taking a peep, always wanting to be on camera, but a little shy when she knows the cameras are rolling. So here we go. Next comic, Batman Superman issue number 2. Looky there, looky there. Greg Pak writing the story, Jay Lee on the art. This is phenomenal. Batman Superman issue 1. I had no clue what really the hell was going on. I was trying to get used to the Jay Lee art, and I have seen Jay Lee's art before, but I was trying to just take it all in because I have not seen a Jay Lee comic in a very long time. Ben brought it up to me that Hard Knocks, the story of the Thing and Hulk, was Jay Lee, and that was pretty much the last time I saw Jay Lee. We had it at the library. It was trade paperback. It's since then been taken from the library because it was so cool. And I actually ordered the 4 issues of that miniseries, so I'm eager to check that out and reread that and look at that and everything. As you see, we have a young Superman and a young Batman that meet for the first time. And there's a guy, and I think the name of this character is the Trickster. He teleports both of the young ones to a parallel futuristic dimension or universe or Earth, because DC's Infinite Earths. I hear some different things. Can't believe this is going on while I'm on camera at the moment. I may have to stop for a minute and then come right back, but that's okay. Let me try to finish this one up and then we'll take a little commercial break. But this is Batman Superman, Greg Pak and Jay Lee. Excellent book. Trickster, I think's his name, or some kind of mischief guy. He teleports them, and in this Earth, Bruce Wayne is married to Selena Kyle, and Superman's parents are still alive. So it's really, really cool. I mean, I can't really explain much about what's going on because I'm still learning things as I go along. But they find out here that someone has done this and teleported them, the younger ones, to the older ones' time and Earth. So I just really like this. At first, me and Roger, we thought they were just getting teleported to Earth 2, but we know it's got to be a different Earth, just because the Earth 2, current Earth 2, and Superman and Earth 2 Batman are dead. But this was really great. Just a great kind of story in its own way. And it's a cool way to start out a story between young Batman, young Superman, but hopefully it'll make them, when they're all done with this storyline, hopefully it'll bring those two young heroes close together and we can get some younger Superman, Batman team-up stories out of this book. So very cool. Loved that story. One of my favorite stories, Jimmy Palmiotti, Justin Gray, and Moritat, me and Ben and Coos Crusader were talking about this. When an artist has a one name, like Moritat, you know he's awesome. This is badass, you know. All-Star Western, Jonah Hex issue 22. He busts out of Arkham Asylum in this. If you haven't been following along with some of my reviews, he is in present-day Arkham. No, well, present-day Gotham City, thrown in Arkham, compliments of Batwing. Descendant of Amadeus Arkham here goes and talks to Bruce Wayne. He says, well, his stories are true. Only things that Jonah would know that hasn't been written elsewhere. And one of the questions was, the young Arkham here says, who was a woman that saved my ancestor Amadeus Arkham on multiple occasions, but he never talked about her in his book? And he said Tallulah Black. So he knows this has to be Jonah Hex. And pretty soon, what's going to happen, they busted out, and he wants to see Wayne, because Jonah Hex owns part of the, was it Alan Wayne? Little bug there. But he owns part of this casino, the old school Gotham casino, before Booster Gold teleported him. Anyways, it's like a man out of time, like the Captain America storyline, a man out of time, but it's Jonah Hex out of time. So it's really cool. You're gonna love this book. Jonah Hex is a badass. Check this out. If you're not collecting Jonah Hex books by Gray and Palmiotti, you definitely need to do so. Excellent book. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I only read one book from last week's haul, but I'm going to show you the whole haul, and I'm going to talk about the book I read right after these special messages. Welcome back to the Great Legend Show. I'm your host, The Great Legend, and this is Comic Book Friday for August 9th, 2013. Now, before the commercial break, I was telling you I was going to show you my last week's pull slash haul, and I only got to read one of those because it's been busy. I've been playing a lot of Injustice with King Joe, Coos Crusader, the Mr. Fix-It Smash, Craig, and my good friend Craig's brother Brad. So, the only book I read was this one right here. I'm not going to show you these in any particular order. I'm just going to show them to you. Number 5. He's got an itch he just can't scratch. Number 5 right there. Sex number 5. It's a good issue. This issue, now, some people dislike the way the lettering is in there, how some of the things are highlighted different colors, and right now I'm pretty used to it. Totally used to it now. First couple issues it kind of bugged me. First 3 issues were very slow. This is a slow moving comic book. It's very slow. It's probably one of the slowest moving books or series of books that I've ever really read. But what I loved about this issue, you finally learn one of the main characters, who they used to be or what they used to do, and that kind of got the juices going on this book. Sound kind of weird speaking of the book that I'm reading. Had a good scene in it, real good scene, and yeah, it's pretty good. I'm liking it. And you know, a lot like that's the thing with comics. Some people like them, some people don't. The art is really cool. I love the art. I couldn't tell you who does the art on it, which is kind of sad, but I love the art. The story. Who does that story? Somebody Casey. Can't remember the first name, but very cool. Some guy named Casey who used to also do Superman books, I think. But yeah, great book. I don't recommend this to everyone. If you don't like slow-moving stories and you want to get A to B, don't get this book, because this is A to a gas station, to another gas station, to another gas station, to a stop here, stop there, let's go to Walmart, let's keep going, go to another gas station, let's go eat at McDonald's. Yeah, they're not going to get to point B. I don't see them getting to point B. Hopefully they'll get to a point B by issue 12, but I don't mind it. It's pretty cool. Good little story. Now, these next books I have not read yet, but I really want to read, except these two, because I'm holding off on reading these 2 series. This is Superman Annual number 2, Mind Games. Nice cover. And Detective Comics Annual 2. I love this cover, where Batman's hanging upside down with the bat, so there's 2 annuals. Last week was a pretty annual heavy week. Oh, and I got Flash Annual number 2. Yeah, I've got that one as well, but it's with a bunch of Fantastic Four back issues, which I haven't really opened up yet. Really eager for this, want to read this. Batman Incorporated issue 13, the epic conclusion. That is cool. This cover is a Grant Morrison cover. Grant Morrison is not too shabby on the art. He has a bad eye, so he doesn't do a lot of art anymore. But that is his art. Very cool. I really have enjoyed the Batman Incorporated. There's an issue I need to get called Leviathan Strikes. It was a one-shot prestige format / square bound format. I need to get that, and I think I may have ordered it. I can't remember. Next up, I enjoyed the first issue. Me and a comic book mom really like the Pandora character. She said she enjoyed it. This is issue 2, Trinity of Sin, Pandora. So eager to find out more of her story, because she was in part 1 of the Trinity War, but we really haven't seen her since part 2, part 3. So yeah, she thought that Superman can open the box. Of course, Superman got possessed, and then he killed Dr. Light when he wasn't himself. So very interesting. Huge comic. A lot of us are reading in the community. Adventures of Superman. This is issue 3. They may have said this is one story in here. Normally this book has about 3 stories. I have really loved this story, or this comic book. Great little one-shot stories. If you're just looking, if you have never read Superman books before and you currently don't pick up any Superman books, or maybe you're all into Marvel, but you saw the Superman movie, and you want, like, say you're one of those new geeks or whatnot, and you want to know more about Superman, I highly encourage you to read Adventures of Superman. You don't have to really know anything, or comic related. And these are great stories. Adventures of Superman, issue 3. I kind of wish it wasn't a $3.99 book, though. I wish it was a $2.99. But they really do. They put a lot of heart and soul into that book. Various writers, various artists, all working together to put out a really nice book, nice package. I kind of wish it was $2.99, though. That's just me. I still like the book, though. Haven't read this, but I love this series. Always have loved this. This is Jeff Lemire, Animal Man, Annual number 2. I was kidding around with Running with Comics the other day, saying I didn't pick up Trillion by Jeff Lemire, like Louis L'Amour, the guy that used to write westerns, and I was just fooling around on Twitter, because Twitter, you can speak your mind, joke around, have fun on there. I pissed off. Well, I didn't piss him off, but I said something about Sylvester Stallone when I didn't think it was Sylvester Stallone, but it was Sylvester Stallone, and I wrote back and I contradicted myself, and I said I didn't know this was Sylvester Stallone's Twitter, and then I said I love the Italian stallion. So Animal Man, that's just a little funny story. But Animal Man Annual 2. In pop culture, or if you're a big Expendables fan, Bruce Willis and Sylvester Stallone this week were having some disagreements on Twitter, blah, 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 because Sylvester Stallone said Bruce Willis didn't want to be in this Expendables 3 because he wanted some more money to be in it, and then Sylvester Stallone started bashing him on Twitter. And these are two good friends. I mean, they opened up Planet Hollywood together, I think, with Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the 90s, that chain of restaurants that was supposed to be similar to Hard Rock Cafe, but centered more around popular movies, opposed to music. And that's just a little history from the great legend. Yeah, I got a little history there. But anyway, so yeah, they were kind of not too happy. And Sylvester Stallone was saying he had gotten Harrison Ford on the bandwagon for Expendables 3. And so that'll be kind of interesting. Harrison Ford, I like his stuff pretty good, but I haven't seen him in anything lately. Second book, really interested in this one because I took Coos Crusaders and Sleepy Reader's deal, where just read them in story arcs. So Coos Crusader says, hey, start at 0 year. It's a perfect jumping on point for this book. This is Batman Annual 2, and it's a 0 year issue. So featuring the Anchoress, the Asylum, and 0 year. Very cool cover, and it looks like maybe these are tall doors and Batman's going in. Possibly these are doors. I don't really know, but it's just cool. It reminds me of just really tall doors into a cathedral type building or a Arkham Asylum building, but I have no clue, so I can't really tell you much about it.
Now, on to some Marvel.
FF number 10. The young people. And look down there, Scott Lang, trying to find out where the young people are going. I love FF. I love FF, and I love Fantastic Four. Next up, we have Angela in Guardians of the Galaxy issue 5. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know much about Angela as a character. I collected Spawn as a teen, and I had issue 1 and 2, I skipped 3, 4, 5, and I have issue 6 and 7, and then I really never collected much more Spawn than that. Because back in the day, I didn't have a pull list or a ride to the comic shop very much, so you just went to the comic shop, you know, every couple of months or when you can get in there. Sometimes I went, sometimes I didn't, so that's why I missed out on some of the issues. And back in the day, the early 90s, we just had mail orders, so if there was a book I wanted, Mile High Comics would send me a catalog, thin paper catalog, kind of newspaper print, and I would order by telephone from Mile High Comics with my dad's credit card number, so he knew that I was doing that. So yeah, that's how I ordered my books in the old days, before internet came along, or internet was real big. But that's Guardians of the Galaxy. I really enjoy this issue, or not this issue because I haven't read it, but my favorite characters are, I like that Groot, or is it Droot? No, there's Drax, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, Gamora, Starkiller, Iron Man, but this Angela is going to be new. But I really like Rocket Raccoon. I like that Groot guy, the tree guy. He's really cool. Last but not least, enjoying this, and what I'm going to do after I read these, I'm going to go back and probably read this 1 through 10. But this is the Wake number 3. Scott Snyder and Stuart Murphy, I think it is. I think his name's Stuart Murphy. But Wake number 3. And the reason I say I need to go back and read them all is because I do forget a lot that goes on between this book. But I know that they've seen a creature that's been captured in a tank. And there's been one guy die already in the place where they're at. And some of the people, the scientists, know each other from previous job sites, previous work, and they don't get along, things like that. So you have tension between the characters. Characters don't trust each other. So this series, if it gets going, you know, I could see them making a movie off this kind of book. I can see him making a movie off the Severed, Scott Snyder's Severed. Well, they can make movies out of everything, you know. What am I thinking? But yeah, that's The Wake. And that is the last book I have to show you for books. So, that was just some the current hauls, the current modern books, and really cool. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you some things I don't think I've showed you before. We're going to go over some other back issues that I've gotten. We're going to go over some Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four back issues that you may have seen in prior weeks, but I'm just going to show them to you again just to make sure that you've gotten a chance to see everything. This here is Marvel Masterworks Volume 1 paperback of Fantastic Four issues 1 through 10. And I like those new covers. I bagged this trade paperback in polyethylene just to kind of keep it more in mint condition. And it was so funny. I'm going to show you another thing I bagged that I thought was pretty funny. This one, and I think that's a second printing, but all the others are first printings. Like it doesn't really matter. This is issue 2. It's got the homage cover of Fantastic Four issue 12, and then on the back it has all the other covers and things. This is issue 3. This takes us 21 to issue 30. It's very cool. This is issue 4. This also has annual 2. I think the second volume has annual 1 in it. But this one has annual 2 as well as issues 31 to 40. Really cool Doctor Doom cover. And the big boy, because what was it? It was 48, 49, no, okay, you got a lot of keys in here. 45, 46 is your Inhumans, Black Bolt stuff. 47, 48, wait, 47, 48, oh, this is 49, and then 50. So 48, 49, and 50 is your Galactus, Coming of Galactus, and Silver Surfer stuff. So really cool. So I like getting these Marvel Masterworks paperbacks with these cool covers. They have a 6, 7, 8, and 9. I want to get those, but they run me about 20 a pop, and I want to put them on my bookshelf when I get my bookshelf. And you ask, well, why do you know, if you have all the Fantastic Four books, why do you also want them in trade? And the reason being, for me, it's just an easier way to read the books than getting opening them up out of the comic bags and boards. I know that may sound stupid, but just to kind of... Some of my old Fantastic Fours are not in the greatest shape. I think it was maybe Doomfly Daddy or Imsky. I can't remember which one, but one of the guys say, and King Joe told me, low grade is better than no grade. But I think that came from one of those guys. Okay, before I show you my Fantastic Fours, I'm going to show you my back issues of... Oh, there's another Fantastic Four. These books. This is Volume 1. I enjoyed the New 52 run of Batman Inc. so much, I went ahead and bought Grant Morrison's Volume 1. So I have Issue 1, Issue 2, Issue 3, all in Mylar, Issue 4, Issue 5, ain't that cool? Issue 6, I really like that cover. The whole Batman ink on there. Issue 7. I like that one too. One's riding a bison, one on the horse, one on the bike, bat bike. And issue 8. And then I need to get that issue Leviathan Strikes. That it's kind of green and it's square bound. So we're really glad to have those. Real quick, Jeff Johns Volume 3 run, I think it was. Yeah, I was saying Volume 4. It's actually the Volume 3 run. The run prior to the New 52. I read since up to, I read, I think 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I'm on issue 8 of that, and I'm really enjoying the art and the Jeff Johns writing on that. This was funny. I bagged this last night. This is bagged in polyethylene. I bag trade paperbacks, and this is actually a hardback. For Sleepy. But anyway, I bagged this in polyethylene, a golden age polyethylene bag, just to kind of, you know, keep it more mint. But this is considered the Power Shazam, Jerry Ordway writing and art. Look at that cover. Ordway, his art's really cool because it's kind of a painted style. Man, I love this. It rewrites the origin a little bit of Shazam. I haven't read the whole thing. I've just read a synopsis. To where Billy's parents used to work in Egypt with Theo Adam, and Theo Adam gets the power to be Black Adam. Black Adam kills the parents. Oh, and Freddie Freeman's a little crippled boy. We all know that. But he becomes... No, yeah, wait. Oh, God, I can't remember. I'm getting my stories mixed up because there's Billy Batson in the Power of Shazam. I think Freddie Freeman... Maybe in this one, Freddie Freeman is Black Adam Jr. for a little while, and then he turns over to normal Captain Marvel Jr. I can't remember. There's so much Shazam, so little time. But I haven't read this yet. This is considered Volume 1, Power Shazam. It's about 94 pages. First printing, hardback, 1994. And what spawned out of this was Volume 2, or what would be Volume 1 comic book, a comic book series in 95 called The Power of Shazam. With all the characters, the artwork of Ordway, very cool, and I have the full run of that. I just haven't bagged and boarded them all. So it's so crazy. Like, I've got so many books, and there's so little time being a family man to read the books. But so glad to have that because I love Billy Batson, Captain Marvel, Shazam. You know I do. I got a lot of key issues of that guy. Now I'm going to show you some Fantastic Four back issues. We're going to take another commercial break. And then I'm going to show you some statues. Let me get all these organized real quick. Oh, as I found another Fantastic Four issue. Some of these are in Mylar, some are in... That's polybag. Some, yeah, polypropylene, polyethylene, Mylars, whatever. Okay. If you haven't seen it, we have issue 2. I want a CGC. I may or may not. I'm not real sure. But I want a CGC. I want to have 1 through 10 all CGC'd. I don't know if I will or not, but I want to. It's just... But I may save them to get CGC'd for a CGC video. To, you know, show everyone in the comic book community how to send books off to CGC. That's issue 2. Been waiting a long time for these next two. This is issue 8. First appearance of Puppet Master. And Alicia Masters should be in this issue as well. Issue 9, real world situations. That's what Fantastic Four brought to superhero stardom, was they were a family first. Superheroes' first family, or comics' first family. They got kicked out of the Baxter Building. So this is a kind of a famous issue. Namor is like thinking that, oh, they have no other choice but to ask me for help, as he looks on with glee. So that's that issue. These are in my lights too, with a 4mm archive. You know, because these people I'm buying these comics from are sending these nice archives. So, you know, I'm putting them in archives. You know, this is issue 14. More Submariner fun. I like this issue. It's first crossover with Ant-Man, Hank Pym. Issue, and of course Dr. Doom. Issue 16. Really cool. This one cost me some money, so I got it in a big archive. This is a fine plus, but it cost me some cash. Cost me some cash. You know. And I don't like paying big money, but I had to, you know, because I'm completing the run. Actually, you know, I'm down to one issue left. Issue 13, which I'm waiting to hear back on a guy if he accepts my offer. And then, actually, I told you the wrong thing. There's a couple of first printings I'm missing from issue 500 to 616, but I'm going to get them from my comic shop. Issue 18, though, here it is. First appearance of the Super Skrull, the all-powerful Super Skrull. First appearance. Issue 19, the Fantastic Four are at the mercy of Ramatut. Issue 19. Pretty cool. Issue 21, they're at with the Hate Monger. Look at that hood. The Hate Monger. The hood. Kind of looks like a Klan member, doesn't it? Because they're bad Klan people hate certain people. You know what I mean? So this is the Hate Monger. So I haven't read this issue, or if I have, it's been years, but I'm pretty sure the message in this book is about hate and how wrong it is to hate other people. And issue 24, The Infant Terrible. So, doing great on the Fantastic Four run. Like I said, I need to get my issue 13. I placed an order for some missing. I had second prints, not first prints. I just kind of went through issues 500 to 616 today. I got about 20 of them bagged and boarded in Mylar and in fullbacks, acid-free backing boards. But yeah, so yeah, things are coming along real nicely. Okay, stay tuned, and we're going to show you some things that aren't comics, but they're comic book related. Statues, figures, the whole 9 yards. We'll be right back after these special messages. At these statues, these aren't necessarily statues, but they're pop vinyls, and more importantly, these are the Justice League New 52. Check it out. Try to get some light on that bad boy. Aquaman, baby. New 52. You can tell by it because it's that previews exclusive. New 52. Funko Pop vinyls. DC Universe. This is number 16, but it's Aquaman with his new 52 costume. On the back, it shows the new 52 versions of Green Lantern and Flash. So we got Aquaman. Very cool. I wasn't going to get these, and then I saw Craig and Audrey had them, and I just had to get them. Look at that one. The Green Lantern Hal Jordan. New 52 costume. Very awesome. Really cool figure. Sorry for the dust. On my pop vinyls, my plan is any leftover room on the bookshelf, I'm going to just put a pop vinyl up so I can display some pop vinyls as well. I'm pretty addicted to these pop vinyls, especially the DC Comics ones, and I also have some movie pop vinyls of horror movies, and I have some other pop vinyls too that are really cool. Next up, we have the New 52 Wonder Woman. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Anyway, that was for Coos Crusader because he loves Wonder Woman on our Injustice game. Wonder Woman, New 52. There she is. Got the Batman, Superman. I ought to show my just normal figures too, which I'll show. I mean, I'll do a pop vinyl collection video one of these days. I think that'll be pretty cool, don't you? Oh yeah. Well, we'll definitely do that. Here we go. New 52 Superman. No red trunks on this Superman, hippie. You best go be smoking on a hippie stick, cause this is a new 52 Superman. Very awesome. Superman. New 52. New 52. I love me some new 52. And I know you do too. Oh, the Dark Knight. Look at those muscles on the Dark Knight. Look at those leg muscles. Dark Knight. Hey, where's Dark Knight's mouth? He don't have a mouth. Because it's new 52. So that's a Batman. And then we got the Flash. Barry Allen. Fastest man alive. New 52. New 52. New 52. New 52. Okay. That's Barry Allen. Then right here, supposed to be Cyborg, but they ain't got no Cyborg yet. But I'm hoping they have new 52 Cyborg. That would be very cool. Alright, so that's my pop vinyls right there. And now I'll show you some more statues. Kia Art Effects Superman statue. Very cool. PVC statue. These statues here are not numbered. They're just statues and they look nice. They're posed after their Justice League New 52 pose, if you've ever seen that New 52 poster. So the pose is the exact same on there. Very cool statue. This was my first Kia statue. Still in the box because I'm waiting to get me a Detolf case from IKEA to display all those in. Very cool. Just put you there. Soups. Very nice statue though. Once I get them out of the package, once I have my case, I'll be able to show them, better. Next up, you've seen this one on Coos Crusaders channel, youtube.com/new52fan. We have the Dark Knight. And there he is. He has a bigger box because his cape is really big. So the Dark Knight. Everybody loves Batman. And you can't really see it in detail because I still have them in the boxes. What I also like is they've got their new 52 titles of the comic books. But what I like is the sheen or the color on the outfit. It's kind of like really shiny and just clean. Just really cool. Next up. Here we go. New 52. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Check that out. Isn't that cool? She's got her little pants on. The pants style. I also like the little just trunks with the legs showing, but that's cool. There it is right there. Trinity of Sin. Next up. For King Joe. Oh, also. Yeah, this one here. King Joe, I think already has this one. This is Green Lantern, aka Hal Jordan. Look at the colors. The gray, the blue, the red, the green. Really cool. Actually, that's more of a kind of a pink there. Got Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. He's got the ring. Black is day, white is white. Night, daylight. Green Lantern's might. Okay, I butchered that. You've seen this one on the Mr. Fix-It Smashes channel. Aquaman. Let's get a little closer look at some of these guys with less glare. You put that piece of the trident onto the staff and you slide the staff through the hole, connect it all, and he's holding his staff. See? Aquaman. New 52. Kota Bakia. New 52. New 52. New 52. New 52. New 52. New 52. Next up, for New 52, Barry Allen, the Flash, one of Craig's favorite characters of all time. Rorschach's Journal, aka Professor Zoom, the Flash, Kota Bakia. Very nice. Right now, I currently have Shazam and Black Adam on order. They're similar. What there is, and you've seen them on the videos, is their feet have magnets in it, and the black bases that say Justice League, they have magnets in it, and that's how these characters stand up. They're not movable, they just stand in that pose. So the plan is to get the all of these in the case together. And it's gonna be cool. Go to Makia Artifacts Justice League. And then pretty soon, the Cyborg one is coming out. So I'm pumped up for that. I'm going to have the Cyborg in there too, and I'll have all of the New 52 Justice League. I'm still waiting for news on the Pop Vinyls, Funko Pop Vinyl Cyborg though. All right, I've got one more statue to show you. Coming at you live. What I'm gonna do with this guy just yet. This is a Sideshow Toys statue. Very limited. Not a lot of them out there. I really shouldn't even be showing you this because it's an exclusive. It's an exclusive to the Great Legend Show. Sideshow Toys Collectibles presents number 35 out of 750. The statue of It's Clobbering Time! Ooh, look at this. Let's go around it. Who do you see here? What do you see here? Who is this? What do I collect? Do I collect Marvel? Do I collect DC? Do I collect Independence? Like what you collect? Love what you collect? Like what you like? Love what you love? Look at the textures. Let's go in. Look at the detail. Look at the feet. Look at the rock. Look at this. Real fabric. And the original pants. 1961. November 1961. Stan the Man Lee, Jack the King Kirby created 4 of the world's greatest superheroes, the first family of comics, the Fantastic Four, Marvel's first superhero family. Marvel's first superheroes predates Amazing Spider-Man #1 by 12 months. The Fantastic Four. Look at this. Look at the size. That's my hand. I used to be able to palm a basketball. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Dude. Look at this guy. Look at this. This is the Thing. The ever-loving, blue-eyed Thing. All the way from Yancey Street. Look at that face. Now, this is so cool. This is Sideshow Toys, the Thing. This is the premium format statue. Over 20 inches tall. Weighing in at 35 pounds. Actually over 30 pounds. I just said 35 because it sounds cool. 35 pounds. Now, Sideshow, they put out 750 of these because this is not only the prestige format Thing statue, this is the prestige format exclusive. Now what makes it exclusive? Let's go and look at the face. Now, their normal prestige format statue of the Thing, Sideshow Toys / Collectibles, it was, his mouth is closed, right? His mouth is closed. But what's cool about this statue is, well, let me show you. Actually, sometimes when there's light, you can see the tongue in there and everything. He's got them bottom teeth up there. Look at that. The detail on this statue is amazing. This is the Thing statue. So awesome. Really cool. Now you're wondering about the head. Actually, the head is 2 heads. It comes with 2 heads. The Sideshow regular, the regular premium format just has the one where his mouth's closed, but this is the exclusive. It comes with 2 sculpted heads, and what is, you pop the head out like this. That's the head. The head's about the size of a baseball, and then on this part here and in there, it's magnetic. So when you put it in, it just stays right on in. Pretty cool. So it's like kind of magnetic. It's awesome. Love this statue. So thank you so much for sticking with me for this long show. This is one of my first statues. I also have more Fantastic Four statues, but this is the one I'm most proud of because it's the most detailed and it's the best one. 35 out of 750. Premium format, exclusive with bonus head, The Thing from the Fantastic Four. Greatest superhero team of all time. Yes, just so good.
Fans, I hope you enjoyed all of those statues and Funko Pop vinyls and Kotobukiya New 52 and the huge Sideshow Collectibles Thing statue. You know, I've been watching a lot of King Joe's videos. I've been using a lot of his techniques as far as buying comic books in lots, watching a lot of his unboxings, and just enjoying King Joe as everyone else is. And I've been watching a lot of the Mr. Fix-It Smash, Ben. Every time I watch Ben and he's at home, I see all those awesome freaking statues behind him. And just talking with Ben and Joe and even Chris. Chris is getting into it too, slowly but surely. He's getting some stuff. It's kind of expanding my horizons into not only collecting the comics, but, you know, the statues. And, you know, I know Audrey and Craig have been doing pop vinyls for the longest time, and I kind of got into those too after watching Craig and Audrey. So really cool stuff. I'm just so happy and excited, and I'm enjoying the community a lot, and everyone's so cool out there. We all have our own opinions, and we have our own likes and dislikes, and like I've always said, God did not create us with cookie cutters. Everyone's different. So that's just great, and that's what it's all about, being a part of the community. The key is you gotta, you know, just learn to respect each other, and, you know, try not to, you know, keep it cool, you know, keep it on the down low. Civilized debating, not no hating. New 52, baby, New 52. So yeah, man, just having a great one out here. Sorry we couldn't be officially live. Congrats again to Tim, the Howler Mouse, for just being who you are, man. You're gonna have some awesome rings coming your way. 2013 re-release Blackest Night, Green Lantern rings, or Lantern Core rings, and you're gonna get your entry compliments of me into Doc and Hallett's 2013 comic book lotto. Keep continuing to watch Comic Book Roundtable. Great show. 8:30 Central Standard, 9:30 Eastern on Friday nights. One of the best live shows here on YouTube. And thank you so much for supporting me, the Great Legend, and the Great Legend Show's Comic Book Friday. Coming at you live every Friday night. You never know what time, but we're always going to be here for you. So yeah, great stuff. So excited. It's been a just good times, man. Good times to be happy out there. A lot of great books coming at you live. I'm coming at you live, and your books are coming at you live. So anyways, fans, this has been Comic Book Friday for August 9th, 2013. This is the Great Legend saying peace out. God bless.